This would be our first 2 weeks on the boat since the completion of the sail. There were survey items to check, repairs to be made, and items found broken. It was quite a roller coaster. I'm Richard. That's Georgia. After many years of boat shows, charters, sailing trips with friends, we finally found our own 2016 Lagoon 450S. We are naming her Cabo. The first 2 weeks, we were met with quite a few challenges. Although we did accomplish a lot and the broker completed many of the survey items, I injured my right hand with severe burns, so I couldn't use my right hand. I hurt my lower back, so moving around the boat was awkward. It slowed progress, but it didn't stop us. We just kept going and knocking things out. The broker completed over 50 items. We completed over 50 projects, found a few more projects, and we had problems with our camera, so things that I filmed actually didn't get filmed. So this is just a sampling of what happened in our first 2 weeks. Of course, 3 flights over the course of 2 days made for weary travelers, but that's part of the adventure. Flying to Martinique, I was quite anxious. I wasn't sure what we were walking into, but we were pleasantly surprised as the broker had done lots of work on the boat, and so the boat was in relatively good shape, and that was a big relief. I wonder if hauling around 150 pounds of luggage had something to do with my lower back issue, but maybe it was just stress from the boat. Georgia is all worn out, so here we're unpacking. First evening on the boat. We unpacked, we put things away, we took things out, put them somewhere else, rearranged again, moved it here, moved it there. We're still trying to figure out where everything goes and how it's going to work for us on the boat. We rearranged the tables to our liking, put the wooden one inside and the fiberglass one outside. The process of removing the old boat's name. Georgia was a great help in getting the boat cleaned up, getting things put away, figuring out where things went or where they will go. Couldn't have gotten this far without her. Like any boat, we are far from finished, but the boat's starting to feel like ours, which is nice. My first project was a fail. The starboard bilge pump burned up. We also found some minor cracks in the mid bulkhead on this vessel. These are getting addressed and repaired, so it's a boat. These things happen. 4 areas had cracks, but the majority of the joints looked amazingly strong and unimpaired. This is the ice maker locker, just starboard of the entry door into the salon. And we did laundry, which was very expensive. The roller bags were great for hauling the dirty and then clean laundry. We posed for pictures, we had a little fun, but we were mostly stressed and tired. The neighbor's boat. I had burned my right hand. I put this cone over it to keep me from using it because I don't follow instructions very well. It was very effective. Feel free to use it. This was my go-to set of tools. Something's wrong here. Our soon-to-be new toaster oven. We filmed the boat renaming ceremony, but that video didn't come out. We had a nice time, drank champagne, got a little tipsy, and enjoyed the evening. From the photographs, you can clearly see that we're posing, putting on a smile. We're trying to have fun. The dinner cat patiently waiting. And the boat is renamed Cabo. Our maiden voyage went well. The first hour was great. Martinique is really quite scenic, and it was at this point that we started to see things beyond the list of projects and assignments that we each had on the boat. bay for dinner, and we're posing for more pictures. The underwater light on the starboard hull, cushions in the starboard bow, putzing around in the dinghy taking pictures. Here the raw water pump for the AC failed. Checking the strainer, discovered that there were no threads on the cap. We finally got our dinghy back, and we were able to go to the beach on day 13. By this time we were tired and stressed and really not able to relax. Clearly see we're posing, but I can't even put a smile on. But it was pretty at St. Anne Beach over by Club Med in Martinique. Regardless of what's going on with the boat, it's important to take breaks and have more beach days than work days. I mean, isn't that the point of this whole adventure? We had some issues with the fuel line on the dinghy. Towards the end of the trip, I started to notice the pretty flowers, the architectural treatments, and took a few snaps. So just playing with the chart plotter. The AIS is working, as well as all the other features. We have one more thing to resolve, and then we'll be good to go and set sail. The different pages on the instruments, wind speed, depth, location, wind speed again, depth again. Here we have rudder indication position. Replaced non-stainless hardware, much better. During the survey, the windows were pooching out, so they removed them and rebedded them, but they did just the front windows, and they did such a nice job. I should have had them done all the windows, but lessons learned. The rivets got replaced. The stitching on the UV cover got repaired. The sail bag got relocated. Temporary patch on the sail mast. Linseed oil for the steps. Our anchor before and our anchor after. We also got a new Rockna, so now we have a good spare and a great primary anchor. Added some labels that we can understand. These two lovely mugs were a gift from George's sister, Rhonda. Our new toaster oven, our new coffee pot. The chrome is a bit pitted, but it cleaned up pretty good. the raw water strainer for the air conditioning cooling, the pump that failed, arranging the cushions so they get the maximum ventilation. In this locker we have the water maker plumbing and the tank plumbing, and it's a spaghetti of stuff, and it takes a little bit of study to understand. This is a 230 volt boat, European standard. Have a step down transformer, so now I can use 110 power tools. Here's the dinghy. Hopefully this next trip will install the new seat I made. This electric windlass was overhauled and new rubber buttons. And just like that, we were back in California. We were tired, exhausted, and drained. It was a quiet ride home. Thank you, Marcy. It is that time of year when Sacramento and Folsom's quite beautiful. It was a productive trip. We got lots done. We completed over 50 projects. We were quite organized in what we wanted to get done. How we did it, however, was a bit of a schizophrenic process, but that's okay. It needed to happen, and we'll go back and do it again. It's Carpenter Hill Road. That's Folsom Lake in the backdrop. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next episode.